I've just woken up. I know I look terrible, but don't really care. So my skin recently has been awful. I mean, like, not really the makeup wearing kind of girl, but recently I've had to wear makeup all the time. I've had to sort of cover my skin and things like that because I've been really embarrassed about it. And I know a lot of people would, for them, they say, oh, it's fine, like, you look okay, blah blah, but obviously it's how I feel. So I have a mark on my face as well. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it's there, but basically I've had it for about 2-3 years now, and I don't know how to get rid of it. Been to the doctors, had any cream, and have had every cream under the sun you can imagine. Steroid cream, steroid tablets, antibiotics, you name it, I've had it. And the dermatologist, which wasn't very helpful, basically said that they've done everything they can for me, and now I've just got to wait 4 months to see if it disappears, because apparently it can just disappear on its own. But I've had it for about 2 years, so it doesn't really make much sense to me. Anyway, so I was a bit disheartened by that because I don't really like the mark on my face, and also my skin has got really bad on my chin, which normally I can, like I said, cover it up or it's not too bad, but it's just been really awful recently. Anyway, so my mum said to me, like, oh, like, I've done a bit of research recently and I've come across this thing called gluten face. Let me see if I can find it. But it's called gluten face, right? And I just was like, what on earth is gluten face? Let me see if I can find it. And I was really, like, confused by it. I didn't really understand it at all. Anyway, looked at it and it's really, really interesting, actually. So gluten face is basically where you get really red in your face, so you can get red patches in your face, and it says, for gluten face, a combination of redness, swelling and sometimes heat will occur, resulting in red puffy cheeks displayed in this picture, and not least, consumption of gluten can cause spots and hyperpigmentation and pimples on your chin. So I thought, oh god, okay, could be what it is. Like, never even thought of that. I've cut out lactose because I thought lactose was bad for my skin, but obviously my skin improved for a while, and now it's gone back to how it was. So today is the first day that I am going to try and cut out gluten. Going to be really hard because I love bread, I love pasta, but we're going to try and cut out gluten, and I'm going to video this for probably about 6 weeks. So this is week 1, and we'll see how we get on. Well, day 1, week 1, so nothing's changed yet, but give it a couple weeks, give it 6 weeks, and we'll see how we get on. But yeah, so I thought I'd take you on this journey with me so people can be aware themselves, that if you have bad skin or things like that, that maybe what you eat could be a massive factor of what's causing your spots or pigmentation on your skin. Or so for me here, it's all swollen as well. So like, it's just swollen and puffy, but we'll see, I'll let you know. But for now, I'll see you in a week's time. Good morning. So we are on just finished week 1 of going gluten-free. And you know what, like, food-wise, been a bit of a challenge. There's a lot of stuff, well, a lot of foods that I didn't know had gluten in them, and I had to cut them out and things like that. But things that I absolutely love, like pasta, bread, basically all your carbs that I used to just live off. Like, literally in the morning I'd have bagel with some egg, and then in the afternoon I'd have like pasta with whatever goes with it, and then I just would have dinner, which would probably consist of some sort of carb, like Gemma's just come in, can you hear that? Yeah, so I've kind of cut out it's really throwing me off track. I've kind of cut out loads of things that are like my favourite things. But luckily enough, in Tesco's, well, not even just Tesco's, like Asda, Sainsbury's, all the little bits and pieces and all the places I go to, A lot of places do actually accommodate for gluten-free now, so my hands are fake tan by the way, sorry about this. But so I'm actually quite grateful that it's been a little bit easier. The transition of going into gluten-free has been easier for me. Mood-wise, I've honestly noticed such a big difference in my mood. I've got a bit more drive, I've got a bit more get up and go. I don't really feel that sluggish anymore. I haven't bloated once this week. That was one of my biggest issues. I used to bloat like hell, but like to the point where it felt like a really bad period pain. And it would give me that really, really horrible urge to, I know this is TMI, but it's what we're talking about. And I just want to be as transparent as possible. It used to give me this undesirable urge of just needing to go to the toilet. Unfortunately, I know that's too much information for some people, but unfortunately that is the facts of what happens when you have an intolerance to something. My skin has really cleared up. I don't know if you can see. Not amazing, I know, but it's definitely a lot clearer than it was a week ago. So also that's made my mood change a lot more because I'm feeling a little bit more confident. So now if I put a little bit of makeup on if I want to, I don't really look like I've got much pigmentation on my face, which is something that I really suffer with. But yeah, no, going well so far. Don't know if I feel like that in week 2, the end of next week, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so far so good. And I think, I thought she was going to come in the room then. But and also the mark on my, yeah, she is coming in. Oh, the mark on my face has gone down. Come in.
So sorry to interrupt. I don't know if you're filming.
It's okay. You can come in.
Oh,
No, come in. No. This is Gemma.
I was just going to come to say that I've got some thin liners.
But yeah, so far so good. I will check in with you next week, but skin's looking good. The rash is kind of going down a little bit, not a lot, but I don't know if that's what that cause is that, but we'll find out. But yeah, so everything so far so good. I'll check in with you in a week's time. Oh, hang on. Hold up. Is it gonna lean? No, we're all good. Good morning, guys. So I am on week 2 of having no gluten. It's actually not too bad. First week wasn't too awful, to be fair. However, it's getting a bit harder now because I keep forgetting what gluten's in. So like things from like soya sauce and like just weird bits like cake, and like it was someone's birthday the other day and then I realised I couldn't eat it because it had like soya in it, etc. and stuff, like, you know the drill. Annoying, but soya, gluten. See, I'm not even with it this morning. However, it's completely changed my mood. Like I feel like my moods are a lot better. I've got a little bit more of a get up and go. Don't feel so sluggish. I'm not bloating anymore, which is amazing. Yeah, and that's all really to pick you up on. To be fair, my skin isn't overly amazing at the minute. As you can see, that sorry about that awful patch on my face here. This side's cleared up. This side looks like I got some sort of disease. But I am on antibiotics as well, which is clearing it up. However, unfortunately, I'm on the double whammy at the minute. I am a week due on my period, so my PMS is at an all-time high, and I think because my spots are bad at the minute, the period's literally being like, okay, let's just make them worse, you know. So I'm dealing with that. And that's what's another thing that's bothering me, is I'm craving gluten now I'm on my period, which is weird, but I think also it's a little bit like a psychological effect as well. So I don't think I'm actually craving it. I think it's because I know I can't have it, that I want it. It's like anything, like, you know, you can't have something, you want it more. So I feel like that's what it is. But actually, I used to have pasta with every meal, and now I'm not really having any, which is good. My body feels lighter. I'm enjoying my exercise more. I don't feel as tired. I mean, this week I have had a cold and like coldy sort of awful thing, which has really set me back. But apart from that, like, even people around me, like friends and family, have said that my moods are a lot better. not that I was bad mooded anyway, I was just always a little bit like, like just down and sad and whatever, but I don't really feel like that as much at the minute. Obviously you have the odd one or two because of my PMS, but that's it really. The sting on the side of my face hasn't gone down, which is irritating, so it could be a mixture. Obviously I've got really awful fake tan marks on, so apologies for that. The swelling has gone down, but the actual mark itself hasn't, so who knows. So yeah, week 2 down, another 4 to go. Hey guys, so I am now on week 4 of being completely gluten free. As you can see, I feel like my skin has really improved. I know obviously it doesn't look amazing and I've just woke up, so apologies for that. But like, this hasn't gone down majorly, but I'm working on it. But yeah, no, like I can't even explain to you how much it's changed my life. My moods, I'm not feeling as like anxious anymore. I don't get like episodes where I wake up and I'm like, oh, don't want to do this, don't want to do that, don't want to be, well, without being a bit too much. Like sometimes I wake up and I think, why do I bother even waking up sometimes, you know? But weirdly enough, since I've stopped having gluten, all of them thoughts and feelings and sluggishness and tiredness, anxiety, have really dimmed down. I'm not saying that I like don't get anxious at times, because I mean, I'm a woman as well. My hormones are all over the place. I'm still waiting to get that sorted. So obviously I'm going to still be a bit anxious at times, a bit up and down and whatever. But overall, I've got so much more energy. Like, I'm exercising a lot more. I feel a lot happier in myself. My face isn't as swollen, which was a massive thing for me, because that was a massive insecurity of mine. Like every time I took a photo, I didn't mind taking my own photo because you're in control of what you take. Whereas if someone else took a photo of me, I'd literally have a face that's like this. Can you see that? It's literally like a circle. Now I've got some jaw definition, but I'm going to start doing the gusha, that's what you call it, the little thing where it's like the lymphatic drainage in your face and stuff, which I'll keep on top of as well. But yeah, no, honestly, it's really changed my life. And obviously, I know that sounds so dramatic, but every time I ate, I needed the toilet. I felt sick. It got to a point where I was really depressing. It was just like, I literally felt like, just, you know what, I might as well just not eat anything, because then at least I know I won't immediately need to go to the toilet after or feel like crap for like the next few days. I haven't woke up feeling heavy, which is massive, because I have done loads of times woke up feeling really bloated and heavy. I've not had bloating since. Oh, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Yeah, we're all good. I've woke up and I've not had bloating, so my stomach's got a lot flatter. Obviously, still got the round little pouch at the bottom, but that's where my organs are. So, can't change that, and I've got to embrace that. But yeah, week 4 down, very happy, and I definitely think I'm going to stick to it. Well, I say definitely, I am going to stick to it now. And I went to Morrison's during the week. So if you're struggling to find things that are free from, Morrison's have, I kid you not, everything. Like everything. You can see in a few videos ago, I went shopping there and I was just mesmerised. Like all the things that I thought I couldn't have were in there and all gluten free. So I was just like, this is amazing. So it's just a lot easier to do now. But yeah. All right, well, week 4 down, 2 more to go. And then I'll decide whether I want to keep doing it or not. Mwah. Hey guys, so it's now been 6 weeks since I had my last bit of gluten. Mad to think though, I've had 6 weeks where I don't have it anymore, which is actually such a big thing for me, because I used to have it with every single every meal I had, sorry. So for me to now be completely free of that is like actually quite a big deal. But you know what, it's not even that hard. Like there's so many different options you can get now from supermarkets that it makes that transition so much easier. But yeah, I've definitely noticed my moods are better, definitely got a lot more energy. Look how much my skin, I haven't seen them, my skin was cleared up massively. I know what happened then, sorry. God. So yeah, my skin has cleared up massively. I just feel a completely different person. Yeah, so like if you're ever thinking of going gluten-free, it's actually not that difficult, and it's definitely worth the outcome in my opinion. Yeah, trust me, if I was you, I would do it. But yeah, thanks for enjoying this journey with me, and I'm now going to be gluten-free for the foreseeable. But yeah, have a wonderful Sunday.